going, everybody? Chaos Gaming here, and yes, we are back with some more My Hero Ultra Impact. And in today's video, you guys know what time it is. We're going to be reviewing the brand new character that is set to release soon. As usual, it's going to be coming out like September 16th. I just tell you guys that for free. But with that being said, let's not waste any more time. Let's blow this shit right the hell up. And ladies and gentlemen, let us get started with today's video. And you can let me know down below your overall opinions on not just the character alone. You can let me know your opinions about anything that we talk about in this video. So, who's that character? It is going to be Season 7 Hellfire Dabi. AKA, I like to call this Dabi Last Stand Dabi. So, let's take a look at his art real quick before we do take a look at his kit. His unawakened art and his awakened art could be compared to what we just got with Bakugo. This just looks absolutely amazing. But if I had to pick a little bit of a favorite, it would be the unawakened art. The way he stands up like that just looks sick. Like, he wants to fight no matter what, and he's happy about it. I like that. Now that we talked about that, though, let's take a look at his skills and see how effective he is going to be in game. Starting off with the plus ultra skill, Blazing Sapphire. Shout out to Pokemon Sapphire. Deals 400% damage to a single opponent. Deals 200% damage to all opponents. Burns a single opponent in Hellfire. High chance of burning all opponents in Hellfire when character does not have Frostbite. Reduces cooldown time of all allies by 1. And the skill gains Bullseye. So, he's doing a lot of good stuff here, man. Especially with the Bullseye, because right now we are in a meta where we have dodge creeping up once again. I mean, dodge has always been a thing with the Midoriya, but now that you got a more effective character being Julio, come on, man. You need to start releasing more characters with Bullseye. Even though we're pushing that, but more so than ever, we need more characters with Bullseye. So I'm glad that this Dabi has that. First active skill, which is going to be Spiraling Blaze. Deals 250% damage to all opponent and converts their burn status to Scorch, both increasing damage and reducing HP effects by 20% for 3 turns. Increases cooldown time of all opponents by 1 for 2 turns when character does not have Frostbite. Only available in Arena and Club Festival, with a medium chance of burning them in Hellfire. This skill gains Bullseye and the cooldown is for 5 turns. Also, he does not have an enhanced effect whatsoever. So pretty interesting that the last Dabi we got, he also has increased cooldown time of all opponents by 1. We can take a look at that so you guys can see. But if you pair those two up together, that's pretty insane. They're going to have 2 cooldown increases. So it's like, if you're the opponent, you are not going to be having a fun time with that. Second active skill is going to be Blue Judgment. Deals 30% damage to all opponents with a high chance of burning them in Hellfire. Decreases critical resistance of all Scorched opponents by 40% for 3 turns. Increases character's critical skill impact by 30% for 3 turns. This skill gains Bullseye. Again, pretty crazy that for free, you're just getting the Bullseye, man. Enhancement bonus effect is medium chance of inflicting all Scorched opponents with cancel status ailment block for 2 turns. Medium chance of converting all opponent burn status to Scorch, both increasing damage and reducing HP effect by 30% for 3 turns when character does not have Frostbite. Cooldown is also for 5 turns. So just with the skills alone, very good what this character is doing. Increasing the cooldown, again we talked about that, making it to where he can hit you a little bit harder. Also with the fact that he's getting critical skill impact so he can do damage, because we do need that right now. We need characters that do damage. He has AoE. He's inflicting all opponents with Scorch. It's just like all the stuff that he's doing is good so far. But let's take a look at the auto skills. First one being Growing Resentment. Gives character enhanced when these 2 conditions are met at the end of the turn. Number 1 is after 2 turns pass while character has critical hit rate up. And then number 2 is after 3 turns pass from the start of battle. So he's going to be getting his stuff right away. Increase the character's critical hit rate by 20% for 3 turns up to 1 time. This buff cannot be cancelled, blocked, or restricted. Reduces cooldown time by 1 after 1 turn pass while character has critical hit rate up to 3 times. And then increases character's critical skill impact by 20% for 3 turns after character receives cooldown time reduction 1 time. These are the enhanced buffs. So if you activate the plus ultra and you have this first auto skill active, you're gonna be, this is not the first auto skill, and you have the first auto skill active, your cooldown is gonna go by 2. So instead of 5 turns, you're gonna be having it 3 turns. That's insane. Okay. Wow. Second auto skill, which is going to be Never Fading Heat, burns all opponents for 4 turns up to 1 time. Gives all opponents Unrelenting Grudge when character's HP is 30% or higher. This does not affect guests. That's a new thing we got in game, so we gotta check Discord to see what that's all about. Gives character Tranquility when character is affected by Frostbite. Decreases speed of all opponents by 20% when character does not have Frostbite. Increases character's critical skill impact by 25% after 1 turn pass while character does not have Frostbite up to 2 times. And then the enhancement bonus effect is decreases burn resistance of all opponents when character does not have frostbite. So overall with this character, he is doing a lot of good stuff, man, that I think people are probably going to be summoning for. Again, my most thing that stands out to me, the bullseye, the reduction in cooldown time, of all allies, that's another thing that he has. And also the decreasing speed of all opponents. Because if you get to pair that up with a character that is increasing speed, like with the Julio, you're mostly going to be faster than the opponent. And you're going to be making sure that your skills go active no matter what. But now that we took a look at the Dabi, let's take a look at the support memories that are going to be coming out with him. This is not coming out with him. This is the World Hero Mission one. If anything, we'll take a look at that after. So we have Please Stop, which is Dabi getting punched in the gut by Shoto. This is sick right here. So what this one does, increases character's critical hit rate by 30% when equipped by a MND type character. After character attacks an opponent one time, increases character's critical skill impact by 10% for 3 turns up to 8 times. And then increases character's Hellfire hit rate for 4 turns up to 1 time. So let's take a look at this at level 1. Oh, wait, shout out to Google first. Okay. Hey, Google, if you want to sponsor me, you just got to say the word. So this goes to 15%. This goes up to 6 times. And then the Hellfire rate stays the same. And we got 20%. This still stays to 6 times. 25%. This still stays to 6 times. So the only time that everything is changing, basically, is going to be when you do get it at the DX level. And by everything, I mean up to 8 times. So now let's take a look at the other support memory, which is going to be the World Hero Mission 1 Homebound. This one increases character's power by 35% if there are any heroes on the team. Reduces character's cooldown time by 1 every 3 turns up to 3 times. After character receives a cooldown time reduction 1 time, increases character's plus ultra effect by 20% for 2 turns up to 2 times, and increases character's plus ultra move skill impact by 20% up to 3 times. So now, why are they introducing a World Hero Mission support member? Reason being, I'm just going to say right here, Blue Midoriya that we got 2 years ago, I think, is coming back. So, they're re-releasing his banner. I hope they do with him what they did with the other ones, which is make him more stronger. We'll have to see. So, now let's take a look at the next support memory, which is going to be the SR one, Where Your Gaze Falls. Increases character's burn and frostbite resistance. Increases character's critical resistance by 30% when equipped by a hero. Decreases critical resistance of all opponents by 20% when equipped by a League of Villains character. Okay. And then we should have the free-to-play one. Wait, is this the free-to-play one? What the hell? Why is it gentle? Okay. Gives character a barrier that nullifies 1 hit when using character successfully execute a skill chain up to 3 times. After character attacks an opponent 1 time while using a barrier, increases character's max HP by 10% up to 3 times. And increases character's defense by 8% up to 3 times. Multi-hit attacks equal 1 attack. So overall, yeah, the character I am really liking. But now that we took a look at everything that is on the website, let's take a look at the Discord for other stuff that we have missed out. Alright, my peeps, it's Discord time. And the first thing that we are introduced into Discord is, as stated, World Hero Missions returns. And then we also have the new Hellfire Dabi releasing with a new World Hero Mission support memory. Now, I will say this. You could kind of get your hopes up a little bit, because if they brought back Midoriya and then they added a new character from the movie, which is Julio, what they could be doing is the same thing here. Either they could introduce a new character from World Hero Mission, or they could bring back the other 3. Or what they could do is the other 3 is featured on the banner. I think we're going to have to check the website for that to see what is going to be on the featured list. But I think what would be pretty cool is that if they bring back the World Hero Mission characters that we missed out before, just in case you didn't get them, those 3 characters, Midoriya, Bakugo, and Shoto, and then next week we get a brand new World Hero Mission character. We do need a flex turn in this game. Pretty crazy, we only have an SR1. I think it'd be pretty cool if we get a UR1 as well, and it keeps the trend going of new characters being released in this game that have not been released. I mean, he has been released in game, but I will call UR like that right there is like, okay, there we go. We got that out the way for him in game. So we have the 2nd anniversary Uraraka returning with the Celebration Momo, the World Hero Mission banner, which is going to be a step-up banner. So at step 5, you get a chance of getting a UR character guaranteed with 1.5 times rage. I will say, if you really do want to try for this Midoriya, just go for the first multi and stop right there. That's it. Don't do anything else. And then we got the new support memory. Climax Battle Best Genius is going to be the character that returns. We got Dabi's animation, which you got to go check out Hydra's channel for that if you want to go see it early. We have all of the kits descriptions being here. We have the World Hero Mission Recruit that is coming out on September 11th, ending on the 23rd. And then we have the banner for Dabi that's coming on the 16th, ending on October 1st. We have the UR Memory Recruit ticket that's coming on the 16th, ending on the 30th. We got the SR Recruit ticket coming out September 24th, ending on the 30th. We got the Uraka and Momo coming out on September 14th, ending on the 23rd. Now, I will say with this banner specifically, I know a lot of people probably want the Momo and a lot of people want the Uraka. A smart decision that you could do here is waste tickets. That's all I'll say. Waste your tickets, and if you don't get them with the tickets, do like 1 to 2 multis with your gems, and if you don't get it, stop. That's the best way that you can do it right there. And then we have the recruit from Midoriya, again coming on September 11th, ending on the 23rd. We got the new debuff that Dabi has, which is Unrelenting Grudge. What this is, when affected by Hellfire or Scorch, the character's burn effect will not be converted. Interesting. Okay. So no matter what, my character's burn effect, which is Hellfire or Scorch, is gonna stay. Okay, I think I got it. So now we got Best Genius. He's coming out on September 13th, ending on the 27th. We got Dabi's event coming on the 16th, ending on the 29th. We have a September 10th update, adding a new skill effect, Unrelenting Grudge. We already took a look at what that does. Balance adjustment for certain characters. So I think this is the Midoriya right here. Hold on, I want to see in the Discord if they describe it or not. We got a TV anime pre-broadcast campaign and special missions. We have the movie World Hero Mission, movie mashup, login bonus and special missions. We have a special sale with the movie mashup where you could buy the alpha, beta, or gamma, probably at the same price that you always buy those for. We have login bonus for the World Hero Mission, and then this is the TV anime pre-broadcast. So for the World Hero Mission returning, we are getting 30 gems on day 2, and then 70 gems on day 7 with 2 tickets on day 4 and 6. So total we're getting 100 gems right here. And then for the pre-broadcast, we are getting 50 gems right here for a total of 150 gems. And then we're getting 3 tickets on the side, which I'll take. I'm glad that they're starting to give tickets on login bonuses. I'm glad for that. We got upcoming gift box rewards. This is coming out on the 11th with 100 gems I'll take for free. Then we got some Supreme Golden Keys, Supreme Silver Cup, and then a bronze one as well with 150 stamina as well. And then we also have the other one. Upcoming drop. Let's see when we are getting the boost. This should be coming out on the 13th, ending on the 15th. Damn, so of course before Dabi releases, they're like, yeah, let's release the boost. Can't make this up, man. That's why I'm super glad, if anything, what they did is they put the orbs in Ultra Arena. Thank God they did that, so we don't have to deal with the stupid stuff that they do. And then that's basically it for everything on the website. But let's take a look at the Midoriya, if they buffed them or not. So we are back on the website. My reason for this is because I wanted to have the old kit and the new kit at the same time posted up, so we could see what was the difference between the new one and what he had previously. Luckily though, the Ultra Impact devs did write the old one in the balance adjustment, so we could see on this notice without having to do that whatsoever. So let's start off with looking at what has been changed. Thank you for playing My Hero Ultra Impact. Some characters' abilities have been adjusted on September 10th. Please see below for details regarding the affected characters. So obviously the affected character is going to be the Blue World Hero Mission Midoriya. The only balance adjustments that they did was the plus Ultra move and the auto skills for this Midoriya. So let's start off with looking at the old plus Ultra move. So this one deals 650% damage to a single opponent. Cancel all of the opponent's temporary cover allies and aggro effects. Increase the skill impact of all allies by 35% for 2 turns. And a gain piercing shot. After is deals 650% damage to a single opponent. Cancels all of the opponent's temporary cover allies and aggro effects. Has a medium chance now of stunning the opponent for 2 turns and a medium chance of binding the opponent for 2 turns. This is a new thing that he got. As you can see, he never had that before, so now he has that. Increase the skill impact of all allies by 35% for 3 turns. The skill gains piercing shot. And now he has enhancement bonus effect, which once you get that off, he's able to do bullseye now. Okay, that's pretty cool. Auto skill adjustment. So this is the first auto skill, the old one. When HP is below 50%, shorten character's action skill cooldown time up to 3, up to 1 time. Increases character's plus ultra gauge by 40% up to 1 time. And gives character the ability to make a last stand for 2 turns up to 1 time. After the adjustment, the new one. Gives character enhanced when these 2 conditions are met at the end of the turn. So number 1 is after character attacks an opponent 2 times with a plus ultra move. And then number 2 is after 5 turns pass from the start of battle, multi-hit attacks equal 1 attack. When HP is below 50%, reduces character's cooldown time by 3 up to 1 time, increases character's plus ultra gauge by 40% up to 1 time, and gives character the ability to make a last step for 2 turns up to 1 time. So we can see the only thing that really changed here is that he got the enhancement condition. That's it. So now we have the second auto skill. The before was sober and honest. Every 2 turns increases character's post ultra gauge by 30% and post ultra move skill impact by 20%. After the adjustment, every 2 turns increases character's post ultra gauge by 30% and post ultra move skill impact by 20%. Stackable. That's new. So now he gets to stack this. And then increases character's plus ultra effect by 60%. Meaning that his plus ultra now, damn, that's going to be insane the consistency you're going to get trying to get the stun and the binding. Okay, wow. Oh, people are not going to like that whatsoever. And then, where is it? Right here. After character attacks an opponent 2 times with the plus ultra move, reduces cooldown time of all allies by 1 up to 1 time. And then increases skill impact of all allies by 10% up to 5 times. Multi-hit attacks equal 1 attack. If you already have the affected character, please give these boosted abilities a try. We hope you continue to enjoy My Hero Ultra Impact. So with that, that's where we're ending today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to like and comment if you want to. You don't have to, but it's always greatly appreciated. Also subscribe. Again, my overall thoughts so far with both the Dabi and the World Hero Mission Midoriya. They buffed Midoriya good. I like what I'm seeing so far. I can't wait to try it in game. And then Dabi, he's going to look like a pretty effective character. Hopefully we do manage to pull him. So with that, I'll see y'all next time. Peace.